Welcome to The Perspective. I'm C. Towns alongside Nate G, Mr. Ed. Minnesota versus Chicago. Another division game.
Yeah, big rivalry game.
I'll get us started.
Go ahead.
This game right here, when it came to picking who I was going to have to win this game, I literally had to break down everything.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of Kirk Cousins.
Neither have I. I always thought he was overrated.
You're on the fence with Mitchell Trubisky. On the fence.
Trubisky,
You don't know
I'm on the
yet.
fence. I've supported him because last season I felt like they didn't take the training wheels off, and then when they finally did, he balled out. But now off of this season, that people actually have tape on him, it's like it's been tough for him. Defensively, both sides, good.
I like the Bears defense better.
I give it a slightly better. It's not a big margin difference. Offense, I give the slight edge to Minnesota because those wide receivers,
Thielen, Diggs,
and that's where it comes down to. And now, off of that, those three things, I gotta go with Minnesota.
Yeah. I like Minnesota's running back as well.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if we had the same score for this game. What's your score? I wouldn't be surprised.
I really have Minnesota winning this game, 20-17.
It was so close. It was so close.
I got it coming down to a field goal because it's a division game,
Yeah.
both defenses, and I just don't trust Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Now, let me say this. I have Minnesota winning 20-17, but my only problem is I would not be surprised if Chicago wins this game due to Kirk Cousins turning the ball over. Vice versa with Trubisky.
Well, I'm with you. I think the offense on Minnesota is slightly better, and I think that's what gets them over.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to put up a lot of offense. I got this 14-13 Minnesota.
Well, I got somebody's defense scoring.
Yo, all of our scores are so similar. I got Minnesota going into Soldier Field and winning this game 17-14. Yeah, Kirk Cousins, I used to be a fan of his. I'm not a fan anymore.
I will never.
Yeah, I thought he was overrated
hyped
in DC.
Yeah. And the Redskins, I thought he was overhyped. Way overhyped.
What I've noticed about Kirk Cousins is, he'll play well enough to where you look at him and you're like, you know what, he's a pretty decent quarterback. But then when you really, really, really watch him and when the spotlight gets the brightest, when the moment gets the biggest, he folds. He folds. You know what I'm saying? And but I just think that the Vikings are going to win this game 17-14. I think they're going to edge them by a field goal or so because like we discussed, the weapons are better. You got Zach Rudolph at tight end. You got Thielen. You got Diggs. You know what I'm saying? Like the weapons are better. Like the receivers for Chicago is not that good.
Yeah. Now I don't want anybody to take what I on my part. I don't want them to take that I'm discrediting Chicago. Chicago is a good team, but to me now, the way it's been looking
offensively, they're not good.
Yeah, it's just the way they've been looking.
Trubisky is looking like how he did the first season.
But it's not even. I'm not even going to just blame him. It's the fact that I did not agree with. Now, granted, it was mainly because he went to the Eagles, but I didn't agree with trading away Howard, that running back. That 1-2 punch.
They work so good together. Yeah,
was good.
Yeah.
So and now you're seeing what's like because to be honest, neither one of them is really shining since they've parted ways.
Yeah.
Cohen and
Cohen.
I thought Rick Cohen would do better, but he
hasn't been doing better. Howard hasn't been doing that well in Philly
because Howard there, he was the power back, and Cohen was the complimentary back.
It was almost like the Saints. How they now again? I know the Saints tandem back last year was great with Ingram and Kamara, but it was still close to that.
Yeah,
right.
You had that receiver, and you had that downhill nose run.
In my opinion, it was the second best running back duo behind Kamara and Ingram. Yeah.
So, and that's why I'm just down on Chicago this year.
Yeah.
They went from having a great year last year to getting rid of pieces that they shouldn't have gotten rid of. And they got rid of them without improving in other areas. So to me, it just didn't make sense.
Do you think this might be reaching? I admit this might be reaching slightly, but do y'all think Do y'all think, in any possibility, any kind of way, that the way that the Bears ended the season last year with Cody Parkey double doinking that field goal against Philly in the playoffs, do you think it just had like just some kind of like just rain on the franchise as far as like just a huge damper? Like it just took the air out of like the front office. Like
I would say, put it like this. I would say yes if they didn't make the move. Like if they were playing like this and they didn't lose the players that they did.
Yeah, this is a direct. To me, it's directly because of bad front office decisions.
Yeah. Like your offense wasn't.
Yeah, bad front office decisions based on how they ended the season. Like their brains just went to crap.
Cause you gotta,
let's get rid of Jordan Howard. Let's what else did they do in the offseason? Like let's. I don't know. I might be reaching. I don't know.
I can't explain it because I don't see anything from those moves that made them
better. Yeah, they got worse.
That's my whole point.
Ultimately,
or even on paper to look better.
Ultimately, losing weapons on offense. What are you ultimately doing? You're hurting your quarterback.
And that's what bothered me because Chicago last year wasn't a top offense.
Yeah.
But they were at least getting it done. They were run heavy.
Yeah.
But now that you can't run that heavy, because Cone is just not that type of a running back. He's not gonna. You can't run dives with him, off tackles. Yeah. He's a speed back.
He's a Darren Sproles like running back.
Yeah. So that's what made him and Howard so good. Mm-hmm. You got
the power at the same time, and they had the speed,
and then they didn't even replace him.
Yeah.
They just got rid of him.
They drafted the cat.
They went from being a defensive front team that could run the ball to, you know what? I think our defense is still going to be great. And the way Mitch Trubisky looked last year, let's start throwing the ball. And it didn't work. Because one, they didn't even get him weapons.
Yeah.
If they would have traded Howard for a wide receiver, like, again, I'm not going to say that this trade would have made sense. But if they would have traded him to the Eagles for like Nelson Aguilar, I know Howard is better than Aguilar. Mm-hmm. But I would at least somewhat understood it, but they didn't get a weapon. Yeah. Mr. Trubisky needs weapons, and that's why I don't want to kill him too much. They have yet to bring good receivers around.
Sure.
So I got Minnesota winning. We all got Minnesota winning.
I just had to pull up the Chicago Bears depth chart offensively. Have you ever heard of Anthony Miller? I've never heard of him.
What position?
Wide receiver.
Oh, no.
Taylor Gabriel. He's nice. I like Gabriel, but he's not a number one.
Not a number one.
Not a number one.
Because they got rid of a wide receiver too as well this offseason, didn't they? They had, because I know I can't remember the name, but I just know that they got rid of pieces that were crucial and that they weren't great, but they were
together.
They were good.
They were complimentary.
Yeah, they were good.
Allen Robinson from Jacksonville. That was a good pickup. But he's
getting hurt. He keep getting hurt.
He's like a number 2.
I can't judge him yet. It's just he just injuries.
So yeah, Chicago Bears offense is sorry guys. I'm trying here.
Minnesota.
Chicago Bears offense is not that good.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think. Minnesota fans, Chicago fans, who y'all think is gonna win this game. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.